What is Cisco ACI? What is tenant? What is contract? How Cisco ACI can be used on Nexus devices? Do we need a separate hardware for Cisco ACI, or we can run on any of the Nexus devices? Can we migrate traditional network to Cisco ACI? How can we integrate Cisco ACI with SD-WAN? So hi guys, this is Ajit here from Interview Network. Welcome to the channel one more time, and today's video is quite often interesting for everybody who wants to learn Cisco ACI and wants to understand what exactly Cisco ACI does and how it can be helpful in traditional network, or how you can enhance your data center functionality with the use of Cisco ACI. So this video focuses mostly on the concept that helps you to make your base strong related to concept of Cisco ACI, where you'll be learning the all the acronym or the terminology that is used in Cisco ACI, so that it should be ready for my next video, which will focus on advanced ACI. So because in this video I am focusing more on the concept, where you will be able to make your concept very much clear with all the terminology and what all hardware support, everything that makes you feel confident, that helps you to clear your concept related to Cisco ACI. And then further I can will help you how to use those advanced features of Cisco ACI that will help you to not only boost your confidence, but also helps you to clear your level 2 or level 3 or more above level interviews, questions, answers. So if you're new to my channel, do subscribe my channel and do like the video, and do share with your friends who wants to be part of this industry. So let's move to the screen now.
What is the difference between ACI and traditional networking? ACI provides a centralized, policy-driven approach to managing network resources, unlike traditional networking, which relies on manual configuration of individual devices. What are the benefits of Nexus ACI compared to traditional network? ACI benefits are centralized management of entire network, spine and leaf architecture compared to tier 3 architecture, centralized monitoring of devices from central management plane, configure network devices based on application requirements. What is ACI? ACI stands for Application-Centric Infrastructure, is a comprehensive networking solution for data center. It's a network infrastructure solution developed by Cisco that focuses on automating network operation based on application policies. It provides a policy-driven approach to network management, enhancing agility, scalability, and security. So now from here you can see, guys, what exactly it says. It is developed by Cisco that focus on automating network operation based on application policies. ACI is a comprehensive networking solution for data centers. So these are the certain keywords. If you find on this definition, what it says, ACI is what it's a kind of application driven approach, a solution that is given to data center to centralize, manage your entire network, which was not happening in the traditional network. Okay, so that not only include in terms of centralized management, it also include how you push the entire policy through the central management in daily use of network engineer. If I talk about, like, if you want to do the IOS upgrade, if you want to push any application specific requirement you have, that you want certain application to behave like this, follow that specific SLA, all these things can be configured remotely from the data center itself. There's no need to have engineer or field engineer on the site until there's a hardware specific requirement. Okay. It also says spine and leaf architecture compared to tier 3 architecture. So as we all know that in traditional network is mostly dependent or based on your tier 3 architecture, but ACI focus on the spine and leaf architecture. Now, what is spine and leaf architecture? That we will come across in later part of this video. So here we just need to understand how ACI is different from your traditional network, then what ACI is, what is it's coming with, its thought process of coming into the traditional networking or replacing the traditional networking. All we need to understand from here onwards. Okay, so once again I will say ACI stands for application-centric infrastructure. That means everything based on the application. Entire ACI is a application-centric. So your entire infrastructure is application-based, and from that application you are controlling your entire network. and that application that you put or host in your data center. How you do that? Like, can we deploy ACI on all the devices? All those questions, if you have in your mind. Are we going to use Nexus devices or the traditional campus devices that we have? How things will be changed now? That's we are going to cover now. What are the key components of ACI? The key components are APIC, which is Application Policy Infrastructure Controller, the centralized controller that manage ACI fabric. Then FX, that is Fabric Extender, physical device that connect to the APIC and extend the ACI fabric into the data center. Then fabric endpoints, devices such as server, virtual machines, and network devices that are part of the ACI fabric. Leaf switches act as the network endpoint where devices connect. Spine switches provide interconnectivity between leaf switches. What is the hardware series we use for ACI? We can use Cisco Nexus 9000 series device like Nexus 9500 modular and Nexus 9300 non-modular series switches. We can use 9500 as a spine and 9300 as leaf switches. What are the mode of operation in Nexus 9000 series switches? There are two modes in which Nexus 9K switches can be used, NX-OS mode and ACI mode. Note, we can only use one mode. Okay, so here what it's trying to explain to you is that ACI, that's what we're referring about, the 4 or 5 key components of ACI. It's number one is APIC. APIC is your actual graphical based interface for which you are actually managing your entire fabric. So when we say ACI is application centric infrastructure, so this application name is APIC. So APIC is actually your interface, a graphical interface through which you are centralized managing your entire network from data center. Then we have the FX, which is physical device. Then we have a fabric endpoints, where devices such as server, virtual machines, and network devices that are part of the ACI fabric. Leaf switches, and then spine switches. The leaf switches are your, again, and spine switches are part of 9000 series modules. So Nexus 9000 has, first word says Nexus. So that means it has the capability of Nexus features also, and it has the capability of ACI feature also. So it all depends when you deploy Nexus 9K in your data center, which OS you are deploying. So if you are using NX-OS mode, then you are using Nexus features. But if you are using ACI mode or ACI operating system there, then you are using the Nexus ACI feature on 9000 series. Now 9000 series come with the different models. And the recommended one, that 9500 and 9300. Even in 9500, 9300, we have number of sub models. So what it says, use 9500 as a spine switches and 9300 as a leaf switches. So now how this connectivity will happen, let's understand here. So for example, that if you have, your one is this is Nexus 9500. This is your Nexus 9300. And below your Nexus 9300, you have your this server, this another server, or you connect your another device. For example, if I connect any switch there, so all the network devices you connect to the leaf switches, and then from your leaf switch connect to your spine switch, and then your spine switch will be further extended in your data center where you will be deploying your APIC. So all your devices that we're referring, in terms of if someone asks you these questions like when we say fabric extended or when we say fabric endpoints, let's understand one fabric endpoints. What a fabric endpoint says, devices such as servers, virtual machines, and network devices, which refer to your routers and switches that are part of the ACI fabrics. You connect all these things to the fabric endpoints. Okay. And then your fabric extended says physical devices that connect to the APIC and extend the ACI fabric into the data center. Okay. So if you understand fabric extender, this word extender which means it says you are connecting any physical device to your epic, okay, which is will be on your 9K. Okay, so you connect your that specific device, physical device, to the FX. Okay, it's another box called fabric extender. You connect to that device to fabric extender, and this fabric extender will extend that device to the 9K where you have already using the epic. Okay, now here we have understood like what exactly the ACI is, how ACI is different from traditional network, but all the components are minimum requirement we have to understand till now needed to establish the ACI connectivity. What are the uh, devices that support Nexus? What are the devices that support ACI? What are the mode of Nexus 9K in which they work? Okay, what are the operating system name where ACI works? Okay, so now let's understand, because see, any technology that come, it always come with their own acronym, with their own components. Now first you understand those components, those terms, then only you'll be able to understand how this entire functionality of that technology work. If we talk about your SD-WAN, we talk about your any firewall, we talk about any routers, switches of different vendor, all have their own terms they come with. Okay, so let's now understand what all the components we have in Cisco ACI for your understanding. Once you have those understanding of getting how those components are, what are those components and how to use them, when to use them, then only you'll be able to understand the advanced feature of Cisco ACI. So this says terminology in ACI. What is tenant in ACI? A tenant is a logical boundary within ACI that isolates different applications or group of users. It provides a way to segregate network resources and enforce access controls. What is an application profile? An application profile defines the policies and requirement for a specific application, including security, quality of service, and connectivity. It acts as a blueprint for how the application should be treated within the ACI fabric. What is endpoint group? An endpoint group is a logical grouping of endpoint, that is servers, virtual machines, etc., that shares the same application profile and security policies. It provides a way to manage and control a group of devices as a single entity. What is contract? Contract defines allow communication between endpoint, ensuring security and isolations. It specifies what type of traffic is allowed between endpoint groups using filters and actions. So now these are the, again, few of the terms we will understand more. What I want to highlight here is about the endpoint group. What it says, endpoint group is a logical grouping of your endpoints, which means your servers, virtual machines, etc. Now, let's take an example here just to make you understand. You have a certain set of applications, like, you have uh, certain servers which are part of DMZ, certain servers which are not part of DMZ, like they are the prod server, or there is a, you know, DMZ also have the pre-DMZ. So what you do, you connect those servers to that specific segment. So if we have a pre-DMZ, we connect those servers to pre-DMZ. We have a prod server, we connect to those servers into the prod segment by giving them those specific subnets, segment IP, in that happens in the traditional network. Now, if we have to apply the policies, some application profile, some security segment which should be applied to this specific group, what we do, we divide them into the endpoint group. Okay, on the ACI, we divide them into the endpoint group, which state it's a logical division of your entire applications. What I refer here, it's talk about the way we normally work in traditional network, where we divide the network as per the subnet, and then give the name to that subnet. But in ACI, if we talk about the EPG endpoint group, that means these are the endpoint where devices are logically connected with each other. And if whenever you have to apply policy to that specific applications, you or servers or virtual machines that you have, you can apply the specific profile, any specific security policy that you want to apply in and out, all those things you can configure here. That's called the API. In the same way, what it says, the contract says it defines the allow communication between endpoint group. So if I have one endpoint group with pre-DMZ plus prod, I have another endpoint group which is DMZ and non-prod. Okay, so this is one endpoint group and this is one endpoint group. Okay, now if I have to allow the communication between these two endpoints, this is one and this is two, that is called the contract, where you are allowing the communication between two different endpoint group, making sure that the security and isolation, that means there will be no effect the entire network. This communication will only happen between these two endpoint. Okay, I hope it is very clear to you. Next is, what is an ACI fabric? ACI fabric is a network infrastructure that connects all devices within the ACI environment. It consists of a spine leaf architecture where leaf switch connects to endpoints and spine switch interconnect the leaf switches. How does ACI provide policy-based networking? ACI uses policy-driven automation to define and enforce network behavior. Policies are created based on application requirement and are centrally managed through the EPIC. What is bridge domain? A bridge domain is a layer 2 forwarding construct within a tenant. It provides a layer 2 network segment and defines the scope of layer 2 forwarding. What is bridge domain? A bridge domain is a logical boundary within a tenant that defines the network topology and routing. It is used to define L2 boundary, which normally is IP address of gateway. What is VRF in ACI? VRF, or virtual routing and forwarding, is a layer 3 construct in ACI that enable multiple instances of routing table to coexist within the same fabric, allowing network segmentation. So VRF in ACI is the same thing the way we do in the traditional network. What is the difference between a static and dynamic endpoint group? Static endpoint group have a fixed membership, while dynamic endpoint groups can have their membership updated automatically. What is the purpose of policy group? A policy group is a collection of policies that can be applied to multiple endpoint groups. What is VMM domain? A virtual machine manager domain is an integration point between Cisco ACI and a virtualization environment. Example, VMware, vSphere, Microsoft Hyper-V. So above all these things, as you can see, it talk about the way we have clubbed your logical grouping of creation that we have done in the previous slide of servers or the virtual machines, how you can apply the policies, what types of endpoint groups are, like static where members are fixed, dynamic where members are not fixed, and then how you apply the policy group on them. What is the role of the EPIC in Cisco ACI? The API is the central management and control point for ACI. It manages and configures the network devices, spine and leaves, pushes policies, and provides centralized visibility. What is the function of fabric discovery process? Fabric discovery is the process of discovering and registering new switches, spine and leaf into the ACI fabric, enabling them to be managed by the EPIC. What is the purpose of fabric access policy? Fabric access policy defines how endpoints connect to the ACI fabric through leaf switches. It includes interface policies, switch profile, and attachable entry profiles. What is a layer 3 out in ACI? A layer 3 out is a configuration that allows the ACI fabric to connect to external layer 3 network, providing routing to and from the fabric. See, this is another very important concept in terms of advanced ACI, where you'll be understanding when you say layer 3 out or L3 out, that means L3 is what? Routing. Correct? L3 is routing. So if you are connecting any external layer 3 network, or if you want to, your ACI fabric that you want to connect to an external layer 3 network, to a different network, there, this term will come as a L3 out. All these things you will be understanding in the advanced ACI. What is the ACI fabric discovery protocol? ACI uses the intermediate system to intermediate system ISIS protocol to perform discovery and topology management within the ACI environment. What is filter in Cisco ACI? A filter specifies the type of traffic. There is example, protocols, ports, allow or denied between endpoint group when applied through a contract.